We need to adjust this light down a bit. We need to adjust this light down a bit. It's too high. Okay, Happy New Year, everyone. I think this is the first time we're meeting this year, and it is the year 2026. Thank you. And I hope that you're excited and happy about the year. And I hope that today is not January 40, as they say in Nigeria. They say January has almost 100 days. So how many days is this in the January of your side? Today is January 10 where I am. I don't know for other people. Okay, I'm happy to be here. My name is Fumilo Lakitola Williams. I'm the lead coach at the Informed and Informed Teens Academy. It is an online mentorship academy for girls, and we have a curriculum that we run girls through that will help them to grow and also transition into adults that the community and our world as it is needs. Okay, and then I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I got a flu and it's bad, but I just said we need to do this because we've not streamed this year at all. Trying to rest, trying to get set and get in the mood for the year and all of that. Okay, that being said, I will just dive right into it's 2026, and then of course the journeys with our girls don't stop. It continues whether we know it, whether we don't know it, whether we've got our own issues that we're dealing with, whether we're fine, whether we're not fine. Our girls are not waiting. They're growing notwithstanding. And then sometimes it gets, oh God, sometimes you want like, I need a breather. Well, we're not gonna have any breather until they get to that point where when we know that we do not have to worry so much, we do not have to when we're sure of what it is that we have done with them. But then it's not a toy, it is a labor of love. Okay, do not see your investment, your time, whatever it is that you're investing, your wisdom, your knowledge, your guidance, your patience, whatever it is that you're investing in your daughter, do not see it as a chore. Don't see it as a drag. Don't see it, I'd rather not. Okay? See it as a labor of love. See it as working together with God. See it as cooperating with God, concerning the destiny of your child. Okay? Especially your teenage girl. And then if you don't, just like it said in scriptures, that if you don't faint, we will surely, 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 surely reap the rewards. I already apologized ahead of time. I feel really bad. So I need to take, I'll be having a sip as we go on. I hope I am pardoned. Forgive me. Okay, so we'll go right on to it. And I said today we're going to be talking about how to navigate 2026 better with our teenage girl. How can I do better? This is a new year, a brand new year, 2026. We've not experienced it before. And then how do I go on this journey with my teenage girl? How do we ensure that by December my daughter is better? Because that's the idea. The idea is for them to get better, for us to get better alongside them as we all grow in our respective lives. So how do I do it? How do I navigate? What do I need to do? What do I have to have in my bag? I hope your bag is packed. Some of us have packed our bags since last year. I hope that your bag is packed to journey with your daughter. And like I said, don't see it as a drag. It's not a toil. Rather, I see it as a privilege. I see it as a labor of love, working together with God to ensure that the agenda of God continues on this earth that we are. So we'll go right onto it. Last year, I saw our last class last year was about doing things together to connect with your daughter during that short holiday. There are a lot of things that you could do. I hope that you did them. If not every, I hope that you did something that made your daughter feel seen, that made her feel connected with you. So that's where you're going to start from this year. You're going to build on the connection from last holiday. So you're not going to go back into that, you're not going to go back into that yelling, shouting mom or dad. You're going to go back into that one that your daughter was wondering, your teenage girl was wondering, did they change my mom? Did they change my dad at a point, while you were having the holiday and while you were connecting? That's what you're going to go back to. So you're going to build on that connection. What did you do together? What was it that stood out for you both? For us, we had the opportunity of doing a lot of things together, and then we're consolidating on that. On whatever it is. So same thing applies to you. Whatever based on whatever it is that you did with your daughter during the holidays, you can. Nobody says it has to end. Connection is not restricted only to holidays. So now the holidays is over, you can find out. The things I did with your daughter, which ones did she enjoy the most? You can ask her. They're teenagers, they can talk, they can express how they feel. So you can ask her which one resonated with you the most, which one did you like the most, what would you like, which one would you want for us to continue? Then what do? You stick to the one that works. So depending on the temperament and on the nature of the girl that you're parenting, it's not possible that it's every activity that she will be, that she will feel drawn to. But that one that she feels drawn to, that you feel drawn to together, you can now continue to work on that. You can continue to work with that. So that's how you can navigate easy. Number one, I said you have to build on the connection from last holiday. That means that if you did not do anything last holiday, you see how this thing is a build up. One flows from the other. So if you didn't do anything, that means you still have to go back. You still have to go back and do something, and then you begin to build on that. Whatever it is, like you can go, if you're not sure what it is that you want to do, I put a guide. I think it's free. I put it on Seller. So, and I also put you can check past videos. It's really the last video for last year. I gave a lot of ideas about what you can do together to connect. Then the number two thing to do now, the whatever it is, based on whatever it is that your daughter has said, pick and stick with the one that works. Okay. And then don't forget your work with your daughter. It's a journey. It's not a destination. You're not gonna get there in one day. You're not gonna get there in one day. So you keep doing it. If it is 10 minutes, if it's 5 minutes, the idea is part time. Your daughter is feeling, oh, I have a connection. The idea is your daughter is not feeling lost. She's not feeling, who do I turn to? Where do I go to? She knows that mom is there. Dad is there, or my guardian is there, whatever it is that your role is in the life of your child. Okay. So build on that connection from last holiday. Stick on the one that your daughter and you agrees with the most, the ones that you love to do the most. For example, we love to exchange letters a lot. So so it's something that, and sometimes when we are at loggerheads, we like to extend ourselves, via letters and all of that. So depending on whatever it is that works for you, stick with it and then you continue to work on it. Then the next thing you want to do is you want to navigate with intention. This is 2026. You don't want to do it like you did last year. So you have to have the intention to say, you know what, I have time. I have everything that my daughter needs. Everything that my daughter needs is there with me. So you have to have that intention. When intention is not there, it becomes tiring. Pardon me, it becomes a drag, it becomes a chore, and it becomes like, oh, who even sent me, but like I always say, the moment you chose to have those children, you became responsible to grow and to groom them and to guide them, especially your girls, so that they are not just going like sheep without shepherd. So you have to navigate with intention. This is the year that you want to take that parenting course that you have been putting off. This is the year that you take that training that you have been putting on. This is the year that you find yourself in a system of accountability. This is the year that you begin to put yourself in systems that helps you do better with your teenage girls. So that's the intention. That's what I mean by intention. This is not the year when you start saying, oh, all this what they have come again this year. This. That doesn't show that you're ready, and that doesn't show that your intention is where it should be. This is the year you need to be getting serious with your intention to say, okay, you know what, this job that I have, don't forget, you don't have all of the time in the world. I was sharing with my younger sister yesterday night how that my daughter moved to another milestone, and I just looked and I was just, it was just surreal, because you're wondering, when was I holding this child in my hands, and then today this is where we are. So you're not going to have that forever. So that thing that you keep, keep postponing, that parenting course you keep shelving, that academy you're refusing to join, that thing you're refusing to do, to work, to put together that it will show that yes, you have this intention. It is only you're going to meet it at one time or the other. So navigate with intention. What will you do differently this year? You need to make up your mind about that intention, because see, without intention you have excuses, but with intention you always have a way. So what are you going to do? What will you do to up your game when it comes to you and your daughter? Or is it, well, it needs to be the same fight, misunderstanding, all of it, that that was the main characteristics of whatever it was that you were doing last year. This is the year to do it differently, okay? So you need to navigate with intention. Another thing you need to be doing this year to navigate effectively, you need to be navigating with structure. Enough of anything goes, enough of anywhere belly face, enough of whatever will be. Whatever will be will not be. Oh. It took me that I realized that some at great cost. Sometimes whatever will be will not be. Sometimes you need to make it be, you need to bring it to be. So you need to navigate with structure. What do you want to see? So your structure will start from what do you want to see. You will start from what is currently not, you know, as it should be. So what do I do? What do I need to put in place to ensure that what I need to say, is actualized. So these are the conversations that you need to be having this year. You need to be asking yourself, what do I need to do? How do I help myself? How do I help my daughter? What are the gaps that I've seen? What has been obvious to me? What can I do? How can I help? So you need to be having that conversation first with yourself and then with your daughter. And then when you have now realized whatever it is that might be missing, you need to sit down and then begin to do what? Begin to put structures in place, structures for studying, structures for mentorship, structures for reading, structures for time, structures for play, everything, well, depending on whatever gap it is that you're saying. So when you're doing that, you're navigating with intention, you're navigating with deliberateness. So and when you are doing that, your daughter knows that yes, it's no longer business as usual. So you're beginning to take responsibility, beginning to take charge of what it is that happened in the long run to you, about your daughter. So you have to navigate with structure. This is not the year where you want to do it as you've always done it. This year, while on holiday, my daughter, went with our books and then we sat down and say, okay, you know what? I sat down and began to make notes on where I'm going to have to make adjustments, where I'm going to have to adjust here and there, just to ensure that this work of parenting that you have, parenting your teenager that you have, you're not making a mess of it. Your structure will also include putting your girl in a system of growth. I will not be tired of saying this. Your girl has to be in a system of growth. Bring your girls to Street Academy. You yourself, as a parent or as a mom or as a dad, find yourself a place where you are learning, where you are growing, so that as your daughter is growing, you are also growing, and then so that your daughter does not outgrow you. Imagine having to lead someone that you feel has outgrown you. That's a big challenge. How are you gonna do? How are you gonna navigate? So those are part of the structures that you want to put in place. And I said again, this is where you want to review and then look at your systems and decide, you know what, enough of how I've been doing this. This is time to get this thing right, and then begin to focus on what it is that is really important. So the next thing you want to do is you want to navigate without doubts. What do I mean? Some of us were not sure. I put my daughter in a system for mentorship since she was 6 or 7 or 8. I'm not sure now. So she's going to be 12. It's just struck me that whether I like it or not, that's been almost if she I'm trying to be sure now whether it's 7 or 8, but is that 7 or 8? So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're already for 4 we're already 4 years in a structured place, you know where we're learning, where we're growing. Are we there? No. But are we getting better? Yes. Do you understand? So I have no doubts in my mind. I'm not entertaining fear or doubts. So that's what it means to navigate without doubt. I'm not thinking, hey, this thing I'm doing. I don't know how it will turn out. I don't know what will happen. I don't know the choices that she will make. I know that, you know what, I would I know that whatever happens, she will not make choices that will be against, purpose or our destiny or whatever it is. So I have no doubt in my mind. The Bible says that a double-minded man receives nothing from the Lord because he's unstable in all his ways. So in all his ways. So I'm not thinking, hey, I hope that all of this thing I'm doing, or I hope that it will work, or I hope that she will not, when she's now in high school, or she not gonna be following boys. I bet she will not gonna be doing well. I have no such doubts in my mind. So people say, I know it is God that will blah blah blah. You know, you can do everything, and then they will see something like this will happen. Say, okay, if that is your mind, okay, let it be unto you according to as you have said, according to as you have professed. But as for me, I'm navigating this journey without any doubts. Because you know what, this journey I'm on, if you follow to do, your destination is guaranteed. If you follow to do, your destination is assured. So how are you navigating? Are you sure, or you're just saying, before they will say that, me too, I did not try. Some people even say that, no, you, no matter what you like to do, no matter what you like to do, the child that will do this will do this. What about those children that are not doing what it is that you have said? Or is it you think every girl that is messing around? It's not every girl. It's not every girl that is messing up. It's not every girl that is on Twitter twerking naked. It's not every girl that is, living all manners of funny life. It's not every girl. So what are we talking about? So what happened? Those other girls, what is this? What is this? What is it that their parents are doing differently? I think that is the question that we should be asking ourselves. So this year, make up your mind that you're going to navigate this journey without doubt in your mind that your daughter that you have committed to, the journey that you have committed to, you're seeing it through. If it takes you 10, some of us were still blessed, we still have time. If you're still having if you're still having 10 years, you don't know what God has done for you. Go and ask people whose daughters are fully grown and then there are a lot of gaps in place. Go and ask them how they are running everywhere. So please stay the course. That's what I like to say to you this evening. Stay the course. Don't doubt your process. Yeah, that's the word. Don't doubt your process. Why do I feel that word is actually for me myself? Don't doubt your process, okay? Do not doubt your process. Don't doubt your process. Don't think, will it happen, will it not happen? Will it do, will it not do? Like you're not sure. Like you're doing what's that word now? Like maybe what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's a game, a game of chance. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not having that in my mind. The mind I'm having is that my daughter is turning out to be everything that God intends for her to be. That should be your mind as well, and that should encourage you. So it now falls back on you. So you should not be asking yourself, so if my daughter is going to turn out to be everything that God wants her to be, what else do I need to do? Do you understand? So that is how you should be saying it. What else do I need to do? How do I need to work on my own self? How do I need to work on my own emotions? What do I need to do? Should I be attending this? Should I be taking myself more seriously? Should I place myself directly before my daughter so that she can see and then make choices? What do I need to do? How do I help my daughter? Should I reach out to people? Do you understand what I mean? So that's what you need to be doing, and not doubting your process. Don't doubt your process. Navigate with confidence. Be sure that what you're doing works, because it does work. So the next thing you want to do to navigate this year with your teenage daughter is you want to navigate with patience. Parents of teenage girls, we need patience. Your girls will still try you. They're not trying you, they're just testing boundaries. We call it try. They're not trying you. They're trying to see what it is that they can get away with. I've always said that. Your daughter will try. She wants to see how far can I go before my mommy says no. How far can I go before my daddy says no? So you need to be navigating this year with plenty, plenty patience. Plenty patience. I've told you now. So that you don't say, no, as for me, this you don't understand. I understand. Trust me, I understand. I have a almost 12-year-old girl. And sometimes I'm like, what's going on in this place? So I understand. But you know what? You need to have patience. If you need to go and drink water, go and be drinking water. And then If you need to go and be drinking tea like me, please go ahead and drink the tea. You just need to have patience. You have to navigate with patience because they would. Those rules, those structures, they will want to keep, especially if you did not start your journey early. That is the rider. If you didn't start early, there's a high tendency of your daughter trying to kick against it because she will natural. And then another thing why she may want to, kick against that is if you yourself are not following the structure. For example, you're not reading, you're telling them to read. That's hypocrisy, that's double standard. That will kick against that. Hmm? So that is those are examples of what happens why these girls kick. They don't just kick. I've said it. Girls don't rebel against structure as such. They rebel against hypocrisy. They rebel against lies. What you're saying to them to do, you're not doing it. Then your girl will rebel. So you have to be patient. And sometimes they just do it because they're trying to find themselves. That's another thing you must understand. So because and as I said, let your daughters, let them, aside from your own family values, what is important to you and all of that, let them also have what is important to them, what they play before them, what guides them as their values. So that whether, excuse me, irrespective of whether you are there or not, your daughter is following, doing life on our own terms, according to our own values, according to what is important to our life and destiny. So you need to, and why she's, and you know what, you need to give grace. You need to understand that she will need time before she figures out most of these things. It's taking some of us 30 years, 40 years, and even at that, we're still not there fully. We're still trying to. This year, I've been seen everywhere. Work on your business, work on, and I'm just wondering why is it that it is not everybody's trying to work on this thing at 40? Do you understand? So those are gaps that's been there for a while, and then we're still struggling with it. Well, some of us we still carry a book. Let's just take it back to ourselves. The books that you bought last year, I said you're gonna read. How many did you read? Do you understand? So it is the same for your girl. So it's not. She's not trying to. She's not trying to make you. She's not trying to frustrate you. She's just trying to find her way, find herself. So you need to you need to continue to guide with patience. You need to navigate with patience, loads and loads of patience. And then the next thing you want to use to navigate this year with a teenage girl is navigate without expectation of resistance. I don't expect to test my, so this is not, is you might say it's the same as patience, but at the same time it's not the same in the sense that in my mind, in my head, I don't expect to give my daughter instruction and then she will say no. No. So she could say, "Oh, mommy, give me a time," or "Mommy," she could want to understand, she could want to process. That's okay, but I do not expect that I will say, "This is the way working," and she say, "No, this is the one I want to choose." I don't expect that. So for some of you, you already in your mind, you're already accepting that defeat. That we don't even know whether if you tell her now, and that comes from not having clear standards. Do you understand what I mean? So you have to first of all, before you are not expecting resistance, you have to have clear standards. For example, let me, in this family, we believe in this, we don't believe in this. So you will not be thinking after you have made that standard. No, you're not expecting that. Oh, whether she will even go and choose the other way. It is whatever it is. It is according on to, it is to you according to as you have thought and as you have believed. So the Bible says that that man that believes, he will have that thing that he thinks and he says. So that is it. So do not navigate this year without expectation of resistance. And I've told us, your teenage girl will try a lot of things in her teenage. Don't forget a lot of things that is in her mind, that is working in her mind. She's thinking about friends. So sometimes she's not really thinking to say, I want to go against my mom or I want to go against my dad. Sometimes it's just that what she's battling, what she's contending with is just quite a lot. She's thinking, my friend is there, this one is pulling me here, that one is pulling me there. My mom is saying this is what I should do. So all of those things sometimes it becomes too much, but you may not understand. And that's why we say, that's why I keep stressing, emphasizing, put your girls in communities. So it is that community that she do not make her feel strengthened that, oh, I'm not the only one trying to do this. I'm not the only one, I'm not the odd one out, I'm not weird, I'm not a weirdo. Do you understand? So that's why we say these things that we say. So don't be thinking, oh, she will resist me, oh, she will not listen. I don't think like that. I don't think like that. I don't think she will not listen. Because by over time, she's come to know that, oh, mommy has wisdom. So mommy is able to guide me. So I do not. So already don't be giving the options that are not even there. But in your mind, you are even afraid to talk of what you want to talk about. For example, some of our teenage girls, they are apologists, they are the left community apologies. They understand. After all, no, but it's what matters is you have a good heart. It doesn't matter whether you're a boy to boy or girl to girl. That's an example. And because you are not even to yourself, you are not even sure. You're thinking maybe, and that's the world that they're living in now. Because already your boy is in your house, already trying to braid her hair, wear earring and everything. So you're confused. You're not even sure. So you're not sure whether she will listen. But if over time you've led with wisdom, if you've led with passion, you've led with care in your heart, your daughter will know that at every point in time, you're always have her best interest at heart. But if you've always led, if you've always led Ashley, you've always led with control, with manipulation, all of those things, that's when you be thinking, I don't know, now that she's even grown. Some of us, our daughters can't wait to grow and so that they can start showing us that, what, while I was watching, that's when you can toss me around, but right now I got my own mind. You can't wait. So that goes back to what it is that you've been doing while they were much younger. So do not have that mind. So you have to navigate without expectation of resistance. Do not think that your daughter will resist your wisdom. Do not think that your daughter will resist your knowledge. Do not think that she will resist your guidance and love. And if you don't think that way, she wouldn't either. So sometimes it may take a while to accept, but just give it time and don't stop. Keep working on it. Keep doing it. And before you know it, you'll be even you by the time she begins to make choices, you're wondering, is it the same girl that was giving me grief? Do you understand? So please, this year, do not think. For example, I mean, Meta is growing so fast. I am not thinking that, oh, I will not be having this, that. No, but as I'm not thinking, what am I doing? I'm putting structures in place. I'm putting systems in place to ensure that I'm not shocked. Because you know what? Oh, they will try to shock you. They will still try, but somehow, because you're always a step ahead, you're able to do what you need to do and put the systems in place. So if you don't put systems in place, that's when you begin to panic up and down. Like, hey, I don't even know whether they will hear. Me, my own, she will hear. She will hear and then she will follow the path of wisdom. Do you understand? That's what I say to myself. I don't think that, oh, she will know. I don't think that, oh, she will go and grow wild. But I don't think in that manner. I don't think that, oh, she should be influenced wrongly. No, rather, I'm thinking she's the one that will even influence other guys to what is sensible. So, what are you thinking in your heart? So, what are your expectations over your daughter? So if you're already expecting that, that's what you will get. And if you're expecting that, hey, this girl, what as I'm teaching her heart is yielded. And you know what? As you're teaching, you're also saying it into her spirit, into her soul. So everything is now working together. So you're not saying, it's not that you are teaching and you're saying, God just help me like this. I don't even know whether do you understand what I am saying? So that's what you need to be doing. You have to navigate without expectation of resistance. Because see, you know what? If you're already doing that, you're already opening your door down. I mean, what's the point? Because you're already saying that she will not hear. You're already saying that, oh, other people have her ears. I do not believe that other people have the hairs of my child more than me. I believe that my child has my hairs and the hairs of the system that are put in place for our growth, for our safety. Once a girl understands that this is for your safety, this is for your growth, she is not likely to, except you're making it so you're making it so forceful. Doesn't she begin to resist? Or when she sees that when she sees that you're not true to what it is that you're talking, then she begins to resist. But if she's that this is put in place for my safety, for my wisdom, for my safety and for my growth, you know, she's not likely to resist it. So do not navigate without don't this is a navigate without expectation of resistance. Don't expect evil. Expect that your daughter will yield. Expect that your daughter will yield to the voice of wisdom. And the next thing you need to be doing to navigate better these days, you have to navigate with a clear goal in mind. What's your goal for your daughter? This thing that you're doing, this journey that you're on with your daughter, these trainings that you're doing, this that you're listening to, what is your goal for your daughter? Have you both sat down together to think about these things? What is your goal for her? Why are you doing what you're doing? Because if you're not sure, you will just be winging, and that's when it begins to become a chore, when it begins to become a drag. I think as I thought it's in one of the videos that what has God told you about your daughter? Have you received anything about your daughter? What do you see her doing? What do you see her becoming? I heard this from my pastor years ago. He said that if you have an idea of the kind of child you're nurturing, if you have an idea, God shows you just a fraction of what she's capable of doing or what she's capable of becoming. Your approach to her will change. The way you're handling her will change. The way you do things with her, everything will change. So question. How do you see your daughter? What is your aim? What is your goal? What are you thinking when you look at your daughter? When your daughter is 26, or when your daughter is 20, when your daughter is 25, when she's 28, when she's 30, what kind of adult do you see her becoming? Do you see her becoming one confused one that somebody can just talk about anyhow, talk to anyhow? What do you see her become? What's your goal? What are you thinking when you look at your picture, the future of your daughter? What are you seeing? So you have to have a clear goal, because that is what will push you on the days that you don't feel like it. That is what will push you on the days that you think, oh, I'm tired. Because I get it. That time I will feel like, oh, I keep saying this thing, I'm not seeing the difference, blah blah blah. And you get, but that goal that you'll see push it, that this girl, this girl is an unrefined gold. So I need to refine all of the impurities. To do what? To bring out the gold. So what do you see? How do you see her? And how you see her, that will depend. It will determine how you would what that you say to her. I will never call it. Are some words I will never put down to my daughter, because I know how I see her. And it's sometimes it's people foolish, when you out of anger, out of whatever, then you begin to use your mouth to say the opposite of what you're doing into the life of your daughter. That doesn't sound like wisdom. So what is the goal that you have in mind? What is the goal? What has God shown you? If he hasn't, you can go and ask him. It is not too late. That this child that you have given unto me, what's she going to be here for? What's she going to be doing here? What difference is she going to be making? So when he gives you that picture, when you have an idea, that's when you begin to form goals around that. And I'm telling you, you're going to change the entire trajectory of how you relate, how you deal with your daughter. So I'm challenging you today. If you have never sat down. I remember when I was raising my child, I remember what I was saying to God about her. So if you have not had time to say, this child I have given me, what's she doing, or what is agenda in God's plan? Go and be asking. It doesn't matter her age, even if it is too late, even if you think that she's 16 now, or 17 or 18, whatever, or whatever it is, or our world view is completely formed. It doesn't matter. You are still the parent. You can still go and say, see, what is it about this child? Which child was that the things they said about her, said, mom, okay, I think it was Mary, the mother of Jesus. They were saying, when the angel was saying to her, Jesus would deliver his people from their sins, will be the king of a king after David. And when Jesus was saying, when the angel was saying all of those things to Mary, the Bible said that Mary kept all of those things in her heart. Another person like that was Samson. So God told them, no razor must touch his head, blah blah, this, da. What did they do? They kept all of those things in their hearts. Whether they now used it or whether they now did what they were supposed to do is another discussion for another day entirely. But what have you seen about your daughter? That's gonna help you about the goals so that goal will push you on the days that you don't feel like, oh, I'm just tired, I've just been talking, this guy has not been listening, this, that. But what you see, sometimes I say to myself, I will not leave you alone. She doesn't understand. But I just said to us, I will not leave you alone, because I know what I have seen. I'm not going to leave you alone. No, I know, God forbid, I won't leave you alone. I will be at it. I will not stop. I said, oh, mommy. And then she rose down and said, it is your heart. Be like, hold it. But I know what I have seen. I know what I have been told. So what have you been told? What have you seen? What is your goal? What do you see your child becoming? Do you see what kind of adult do you see her becoming? So I think the more you answer that question, I mean the honestly you answer that question, the more sincere you will be in doing what needs to be done to ensure that that thing that you have seen comes to pass. I hope you are aware that the fact that you have just seen it does not mean that it's going to come to pass. Samson, they were the parents of Samson. God told, the angel told them that this one will be this, will be that, will be that. But we know that the destiny of Samson was cut short. It's not that there was a specific manual. There was everything that needed to be done. So do you understand? And imagine Jesus too, and they say it will be this, it will be that. And then his parents, what did they do? They guided him. They guided him. They didn't leave it to chance. So don't leave the life of your daughter to chance. You don't do that. Don't leave it to chance. Don't leave it to, oh, I'm not sure. I'll just try my best. I'll just do what I need to do. No, no, don't leave it to chance. If you leave it to chance, things will get bad. You leave it to chance, it will get bad. You leave it to chance, where she's supposed to get to, she won't get there. So you need to not leave it to chance. That's why you have to be asking yourself, why is this child there? What is this child meant to do? So you didn't just have her just so she can be here and then just populate the earth. No, there are a lot of people already. We have a lot of people already in the world. So what is your navigate with a clear goal? I'm saying all this is you to encourage you. If you've not answered those questions about yourself and your child, it's not too late. Your girl child rather, you can still go and be doing that. Navigate, and that goal is what's going to help you on the days that you're what that you don't feel like going any forward. So the next thing you need to be doing is you need to navigate with the outcome in mind. What is the outcome? What do you see her becoming? What do you see her becoming? Oh, glorious things are spoken of your child. Have you seen it? Do you believe it? Do you believe that that girl that is still behaving as though she doesn't know her left from her right? Do you believe that she's still gonna be a force to be reckoned with through her giftings, through her potentials, through her trainings, through her growth? Are you saying that? Navigate with the outcome in mind. So on the days you want to get tired, imagine, give an example, the parent of Chimamanda Adichie, you know, give an example of people, people, women, prominent women today. Their parents at some point, they did not. They had the picture of the outcome. They were seeing the outcome. Even though it wasn't looking like, sometimes we don't look like our outcomes. Oh, right. The other day, 2 days ago, I was talking to my elder sister about this, and I was saying, I know she said something. You know what? The outcome is still coming. Because do I look at the outcome right now? No. But will it come? Yes. But is there a picture of the outcome somewhere in my head? Yes. So am I working towards the outcome? Yes. Do you understand? Same thing for your daughter. So you have to navigate with the outcome in mind. What is the outcome? What are you seeing? That girl, who is she becoming? Are you aware that that may be the savior that our generation is waiting for? So imagine you just getting tired, giving up, not doing any parenting courses, not putting your girls in systems, not putting your girls in structures, just allowing things to be as they were. Just allowing things and just do it as it pleases you. Do you think it will happen? Do you think the outcome will come? It's not cause, it won't come. So, dear parents, I've just come to encourage you today. What do you need to do? Navigate with the outcome in mind. I've mentioned 9 things. I said number one, build on the connection from last holiday. Number two, I said stick on what it is that work best for you and your daughter. Then the next one, navigate with intention, navigate with structure, navigate without doubt. Don't doubt the outcome of your journey. And navigate with patience, navigate without expectation of resistance, navigate with a clear goal in mind, navigate with the outcome in mind. And finally, you have to navigate with a sense of urgency. This is where I'm going to be stopping for today. Dear parents, we don't have time. Things are happening and they're happening really, really fast. A lot of things are, it was looking like it was impossible 3 or 4 years ago. It's already happening now. Things that look impossible last 2 years is already happening. Equip your girl, get your girl ready, get her prepared, navigate with a sense of urgency. There's urgency. The king's work requires urgency. If you're seeing a gap in your girl, please don't leave it. Don't leave it to chance. You're seeing a gap in your girl, you begin to address it. Don't leave it to chance. Don't leave it or she will outgrow it. If you're seeing a deficit somewhere, don't leave it. Don't say, oh, she will outgrow it. She will this, she will that. Please, dear parents, I beg us, navigate with a sense of urgency this year. Anything, even if you're not at home, even if you don't have the luxury of being at home 247, the time that you're at home, catch up on what you need to catch up on. Make the best of what you have, make the best of the time, the resources that you have, make the best of it. Navigate with a sense of urgency. Everything dragging, everything contending with your daughter is not sleeping, is not doing slow motion as parents are doing slow motion. Every day new things are being introduced. Every day it's becoming more unsafe to be on internet. Every day it's becoming more unsafe to be a girl. Every day it's becoming harder to withstand the pressure that the girls face. Every day it's becoming more challenging. So equip your girl, help her, help your girl stand so that she's not scattering and falling as she's going. It is your duty, it is your job, it is your responsibility. You need to help her. You need to help her. There is urgency. We don't have a lot of time anymore. I'm not saying, in the sense of, of course that's going to happen. I mean, in the sense of rapture. But what I mean is that things are getting from bad to worse. Things are getting from bad to worse. You're seeing the news, you're seeing everything.
So there's no time. And your daughter is wondering, she's wondering, where is my place in all of these things? Let your daughter understand her place and let her stand there. And you also, as a parent, understand your place and stand there. There is urgency. This is the time you need to take. If you've been at it, this is time to take it more seriously. If you've been discouraged, see this as your pointer to be encouraged. If you've been tired, see this is at the time that you need to just stand up and keep moving. So it doesn't matter. And the thing is that parenting doesn't wait. Every other thing waits. Parenting doesn't wait. People have walked out of a lot of things. People walk out of marriages, people walk out of friendships, people walk out of whatever it is, but you can't walk out of parenting. So you can as well sit down and get the job done, their parents. Navigate with urgency. If you see a gap in your daughter, please don't wait. Get help. Do what you need to do. Help your daughter. Why? Because the world needs your daughter. If there's anything you're taking from here today, let it be known to you that the world needs your daughter. The world needs the voice of your daughter, the presence of your daughter, the mind of your daughter. The world needs it. And your daughter needs you to guide her to get to that place. I hope that you've learned something. Don't forget, if you are learning from this community, let's grow it together and then share the link for other people to join. Don't forget, it's important. This is the year you want to bring your girl to Treat Academy. Okay, I need to go now. Thank you for joining me. I don't take it for granted, and God spend our lives. I'll see you again next week. Thank you. God bless you. Bye bye.